Hey.
Hi.
So today we've got a story time from Zhen, and she's going to be speaking to us about why you shouldn't buy things that you know nothing about to try and make yourself look good in front of friends.
Yeah, I wasn't very keen to share this story at the start, but when I first told Phil, he was like, "This is an interesting story," and there is a moral to the story, so we were like, "Why not?"
So this will take us back to when Zhen was in her young and wild days, before she became a Christian, before she
Yeah.
became a responsible adult.
Yeah, or just a responsible adult. So when I came first to the UK, I came to study at uni, and during my first year, I didn't meet the other Bulgarians straight away. So in a way, I felt quite isolated because there was the language barrier at first and stuff like that. And then I started later in the first term, started like meeting one or two Bulgarians. And I don't know who I was with out in city center, and we went into this shop which is like a chain, and it sells kind of a metal emo kind of stuff. And I saw in one of the displays this packet of weed looking thing that was called something Ganja. So it was like from a reputable chain in a shop, and I have never tried anything at that point. I have never been interested,
Right.
but this looked cool, and it was something like, I don't know, £3-4.
This is the UK, right?
Yeah.
And the shop was selling something Ganja.
Yeah.
You don't remember the name of the Ganja?
No, but I remember that there was the word in the title Ganja. So I was like, okay, well, I mean, what is this? Let's just get it. You know, it's like £3-4. So I get it, and then a few weeks later or whatever, these one or two friends, Bulgarian friends, bring another few Bulgarian friends, and we end up like being, I don't know, like 9 people maybe in my communal kitchen, in my accommodation, with no other
Popular
Bulgarians. Yeah, and I was thinking, how cool is this? So not only that they're in my kitchen, now I'm thinking, let's go a level up, right? Let's take out my fake ganja. And obviously we didn't smoke it or didn't do anything with it, because some people are like, oh, this is a joke. Some people were impressed. We were just like laughing, and everyone was making jokes about it, and it was a fun thing to discuss. And then, like, I don't know, like half an hour into the conversation, let's say, somebody knocks on the front door, and one of my flatmates opens the door, and is the security of the university. And my heart just like squashed. I was like, I know this is like not illegal, but I also know how it could look like.
Right.
And of course they came straight inside the kitchen, and basically they tell us to go back to our places because we were making a lot of noise, which wasn't true because we didn't even have music, so we were just talking. We didn't know why they came specifically. At that point, we were thinking that it's just potluck.
Right.
They looked at the thing on the table. They looked at it like
The ganja.
read it, took it away. But then, took it away, and we all went back to wherever we were supposed to be. And I was really scared. I thought that they're gonna exclude me from university.
You go to some British jail.
Yeah, but I didn't think about jail because I honestly didn't think that it's it's an illegal substance.
Right.
But I just didn't know what they'll think and what they'll say, and maybe they can say something like, oh, you have bad influence on your the people around you. So yeah, I don't know, like obviously your imagination just goes wild. And a few days later I got a letter, I think, and a phone call.
Right.
And because they took the details of me as the person who lived in this block, in this flat, and a few of the other people. So not all 9 people, but I think 4 or 5 got a letter.
Mm-hmm.
And basically we were getting fined. And for first year students that still don't have a job, all the money for our food was coming from our parents. So I think I had like something like £50 for about 2 weeks worth of food. And my fine was something like £70 or something like this
So
per
it's quite
person.
a lot for the time.
Yeah, so I had to, I think obviously I had to pay the fine, so I was eating literally scraps for 2 weeks.
Oh.
I couldn't tell my mom. I was really embarrassed.
Your mum knows now, doesn't she?
Yeah. there was nothing in the, obviously they didn't find anything illegal in the substance, the security. There's no red flags. There was no like, I didn't have a dossier or anything like this. But it was really embarrassing. And what I also found out was that one of my flatmates called the security because apparently his mom was a police officer and he was talking to her on the phone and telling her that there is something on the table in the kitchen and there is loads of Bulgarian people, and she was saying to him, you have to report this.
Right.
And then I had to stop the Bulgarian guys that were part of our group to go and beat him up. And he was like a British rugby player. So it was such an awkward situation for nothing. Like nothing actually happened. Nobody was violent. Nobody did anything. We were just laughing out loud, and this guy had a problem or he overreacted. I don't know, because he didn't even come and talk to us. He didn't say anything to us, and he was hiding. So it was like completely unnecessary. But then I was thinking, why did I even take it out? I've never had the intention of digesting it or smoking it or anything. I literally just wanted to be cool.
Right. So why do you think that guy grassed you up? I mean, he's your flatmate. What, did you do something to him? Did you turn him down? Did he want to date you or something?
Oh, well, in the beginning, when we first moved in, he was like, I think he liked everyone. I guess it's your first year at uni and it's your first freedom of uni. Right. So he was like making moves, but I didn't take him seriously because I think he was making moves on all the other girls in the flat as well. So maybe if that's something that he remembered, I don't know. But then also it was very funny because at one point he did like say the same year he did find a girlfriend, and you'd always hear these absolutely strange sounds from their room.
What do you mean strange?
Like they would be doing stuff, I guess. But I think they were pretending that they were doing stuff because they were shouting, and they're shouting for a long time.
As in.
Yeah, kind
Stuff.
of thing. Yeah. And none of us, all the other people in the flat were thinking it's real because it just didn't sound real.
Right. So they were having close time together.
Yeah.
And she was screaming and panting and all sorts.
Yeah, for like a long time, or it just I don't know, it just didn't sound realistic, or like for example they're there for the whole day and that will happen like 10 times.
Right.
Like something crazy, and maybe we were thinking that he just wants to kind of also in his own way show that he's cool and he can do this.
And hearing his panting sexy time noises, was this before or after your marijuana incident?
Yeah. It wasn't marijuana, I said ganja.
Okay. Good story.
Yes.
So there you go then, kids. What's the moral of the story? If you're going to get some ganja, make sure you don't get ganja.
Yeah, just don't be silly. It's like you can be cool for who you are. Like those same people I was trying to impress got 1,000 times more impressed with but the first banitsa I cooked.
Right.
And the moussaka, because I'm good in like these two dishes and everyone was missing it from home. Instead of like this silly thing that got us all fined and stuff like this. So.
Yeah, I think that can open up another conversation. It's a whole form for discussion as to what people do to make themselves look cool in front of peers, and it's a shame really, because the younger you are as well, after a certain point, you would do crazy things to try and be accepted.
That's the thing, yeah.
And I would always tell people who are younger or people who are impressionable, you don't have to be accepted by everybody. Just be yourself, and you will naturally fall into a social circle of people who are like you, like-minded. Especially in university as well, right?
Yeah, because you wouldn't, at the end of the day, actually, if you do try to follow just in any circle, you probably wouldn't be happy yourself.
No,
so
you wouldn't be happy, yeah.
Just people like you and you like whoever you match with, you would naturally, what do you say? Naturally
bond, naturally gel.
Yeah, and attract each other. So don't try like too hard. I mean, I had other friends that weren't Bulgarian, and funnily enough, I didn't feel like I have to impress them.
Right.
But when you're in a new country, in the beginning, you kind of try to fit anywhere. I guess even if you're not in a new country, when you go to the university for the first time, you still try to fit somewhere. You still try to be part of some group, and you try to do what other people do. But don't lose yourself, because it is also a risky time when you're in university, because you can go down the wrong path, and you've been sent there to study. and to prepare for your career, not to get a police, what is it called?
A caution?
Yeah, well, I was going to
Record?
say, yeah, a record.
Right. Oh, do you guys have any funny stories to tell regarding fake ganja? Leave your comments below, and we'll speak to you next time.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.